As soon as I leave, the pressure in my shoulders lifts. Certainly, you could say that getting away from that priest helped. But Tosaka standing out in her uniform, that just turns me on. And the blonde-haired girl in the raincoat standing near her make a strangely well-matched sight that somehow takes the pressure off me. Saber is silent as always. She's looking at me, so it seems that she is interested in the decision I made. Yep, for some reason I decided I want to become a master. Let's go. We're going the same way until we get back to town. Saying that, Tosaka starts walking. Following after her, we leave the church as well. The three of us descend the hill together. We didn't talk much on the way here, but there's even less talk now. Even dull as I am, I know why. After what happened at the church, I truly became a master. And that must be the reason Tosaka's walking a little apart from us. I don't trust any of you guys. I understand that. I understand, but I don't like thinking about Tosaka like that.
Tosaka,
Tosaka, is your servant okay? Huh?
あーちゃんなら無事よ。まあ、セイバーにやられたダメージは簡単に消えそうにないから、しばらく実体化はさせられないだろうけど。
Oh yeah, Archer is okay, though it doesn't seem like the damage caused by your saber will heal fast, so I don't think I'll be able to materialize him for a while. That's probably a good thing. Then he's not with you right now?
ええ、私の家でかくまってる状態。今他のサーバントに襲われたら不利だから、傷が治るまでは有利な場所で敵に備えさせてるの。
No, he's taking shelter at my house right now. He'll be at a disadvantage if he was attacked by other servants right now, so I'm making him stay ready at a place of strength. I see. Unlike my house, I'll bet Tosaka's house is well prepared against outside attacks. A house is like a fortress for a Magus. They will not lose as long as they stay there. That must mean enemies will not attack as long as you stay on your home ground. I see. The boundary field at my house is merely an alarm against intruders, but even having that makes a big difference.
そういえばトーサカ、さっきやつ聖杯戦争の監督役って言ってたけどさ、あいつお前のサーバントを知ってるのか?
Oh yeah, Tosaka. That guy said he was the supervisor of the Holy Grail War, but does he know your servant?
知らないはずよ。私教えてないもの。
He shouldn't. I haven't told him.
そうなのか。お前とあいつ仲がいいから。
It didn't seem that way to me. I see. You guys seem to have a good relationship, so I thought so.
あのね、ミヤ君。忠告しておくけど、自分のサーバントの正体は誰にも教えちゃダメよ。たとえ信用できる相手でも黙っておきなさい。
Hey, Emiya-kun.
そうでないと、早々に消えることになるから。
I'll warn you now. Don't tell anyone your servant's identity. Or anybody, whatever. Keep it a secret even from people you trust, or you'll end up exiting this battle early. In a body bag. What do you mean, Saber's identity?
だから、サーバントがどこの英雄かっていうことよ。
What I mean is which hero your servant is.
いくら強いからって戦力を明かしてちゃいつか寝首をかかれるに決まってるでしょ。いいから後でセーバーから新名を教えてもらいなさい。
No matter how strong someone may be, if you reveal your potential, you'll surely be beaten someday. It's fine to have Saber tell you her real name later on.
そうすれば私の言ってることがわかる。けどちょっとタンマ、エミヤ君はあれだからいっそ教えてもらわない方がいいわね。
You should understand what I mean then. Though, hang on. You're like this, so it might be better if she didn't tell you.
なんでさ?
Why? Because you fucking suck?
エミヤ君隠し事できないもの。 なら
And that
知らない
too.
方が秘密にできるじゃない？
Because you can't keep secrets. You'll be able to keep a secret better if you don't know about it.
あのな、人を何だと思ってるんだ。それぐらいの駆け引きはできるぞ、俺。
Hey now, what do you think I am? I can take care of myself.
そう？じゃあ私に隠していることとかある？
Really? Then do you have anything you're hiding from me?
遠坂に隠してることって、それは。
Huh? Anything I'm hiding from you? That's... I say as my face fires up. I don't have a guilty conscience, but, well, would kind of admiring her count as something I'm hiding from her? Yeah, I would say so.
ほら見なさい。何を隠しているか知らないけど、動揺が顔に出るようじゃ向いてないわ。
See, I don't know what you're hiding, but it's no good if it shows on your face. Oh, you
あ
got
なたは
caught.
他にいいところがあるんだから、駆け引きなんて考えるのはやめなさい。
You have other good aspects, so don't worry about it.
それじゃ遠坂はどうなんだよ。あの神父にも黙ってるってことは、あいつも信用してないってことか。
Then what about you? If you're hiding it from that priest, does it mean you don't trust him? Who the hell would trust him?
綺麗？まさか。私、あいつを信用
Thank
す
you.
る
At
ほ
least
ど
we
お
have
めで
one
たくない
sensible
わ。
person here.
あいつはね、教会から魔術協会にくら替えしたくせに、
Shiro is probably the kind of person that would tell him
在籍している
everything.
食わせ者なのよ。人の情報を他のマスターに売るぐらいはやりかねないわ。
Kirei? Hardly. I'm not crazy enough to trust him. He's a cheat who transferred from the church to the Magic Association without quitting the church. He'd happily sell my information to the other masters. Tosaka says with annoyance. It seems she really doesn't trust that priest. I'm a bit relieved, but still, her words do seem to hold a bit of affection. And we pass the bridge. There's no conversation between us now. The cold winter air and our cold breath. A faint sound of flowing water and the white street lamps that light up the bridge. Small things like that are engraved into my memory. Oddly, I didn't think about looking at Tosaka, who's walking next to me. Right now, it seems walking on a bridge at night together like this is more precious than seeing her face. Me, Tosaka, and the girl called Saber I know nothing about. We three walk together without doing much. We reach the intersection. The intersection that leads to our houses, the place where we must part with Tosaka.
ここでお別れね。義理は果たしたし、これ以上一緒にいると何かと面倒でしょ。きっぱり別れて、明日からは敵同士にならないと。
We'll part here. I've repaid my debt, and it would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. We should part and become enemies from tomorrow on. It must be to end the ambiguous position we are in right now. Tosaka starts talking and cuts off suddenly. From that, I realize she did not explain the rules to me out of any sense of obligation. She just supported me, understanding the situation I'm in, and acted fairly. So things are back to normal once the explanations are over. I will just be her target as a master now. But if so, what she just said was strange. Tosaka must have meant that it would be difficult to fight if she feels empathy for me. For Tosaka, everything that happened tonight must have been unnecessary. It would be troublesome if we stay together any longer. If she's going to say something like that, she should have left us alone from the beginning. Well, if she did that, you would be dead already, Shiro. Tosaka's smart, so she should know that all too well. But still, she set aside all thought of loss or gain and helped me out. So what happened tonight was totally out of good faith. The Tosaka in front of me is too different from how she is at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and she's so different that I want to scream out. Man, it feels almost like a fraud. Yet, still. Tosaka Rin is just how everyone thought she was.
なんだ。遠坂っていいやつなんだな。
I see. Tosaka, you really are a good person.
何よ突然。
Don't say strange things like that, you pocket. Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I won't go easy on you even if you flatter me. I know that. She won't go easy on me, and that's why she said it'll be a bother if she feels empathy for me.
知ってる。けど、できれば敵同士にはなりたくない。俺、お前みたいなやつは好きだ。
I know, but I don't want to be enemies with you if I can help it. I like people like you. What? Tosaka falls silent for some reason. I hear Tosaka's house is in the western style district of the opposite direction to my place. Or in the opposite direction. Since she's taken care of me until now, I would like to walk her home, but...
とにかくサーバントがやられたら迷わずさっきの教会に逃げ込みなさいよ。そうすれば命だけは助かるんだから。
Anyway, just run to the church if your servant ever gets killed. If you do, at least your life will be safe.
それは気が引けるけど、一応聞いておく。けど、そんなことにはならないだろう。どう考えても、セイバーより俺の方が短命だ。
I won't like it, but still, I'll take that advice. It won't happen though. However I look at it, I'll die before Saber does. Probably right about that. I calmly analyze the situation. Phew. Tosaka reacts strangely once again. After letting out a sigh, she glances at Saber.
いいわ。これ以上の忠告は本当に感情移入になっちゃうから言わない。
Alright, I won't give you any more warnings because that'd really be empathy.
せいぜい気をつけなさい。いくらセイバーが優れているからって、マスターであるあなたがやられちゃったらそれまでなんだから。
Just be careful. Even though Saber is strong, it won't matter if you, her master, gets killed. She turns her back and starts walking. But, as if she's seen a ghost, her feet stop dead in their tracks.
遠坂
Tosaka. The instant I call out to her, my left hand throbs in pain.
ねえ、お話は終わり?
Hey, have you finished talking? Uh-oh. Guess who it is? A young voice echoes through the night. The voice, like a song, is unmistakably that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. I don't know when the clouds parted, but a bright moon is now shining in the sky. There. Well, we're pretty screwed. Holy shit. A long shadow. There's a strange shape that shouldn't be here in this pale town of shadow pictures.
まさか。
Berserker. Tosaka mumbles a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. I don't even need to ask. That thing is definitely a servant. And at the same time, an overwhelming sense of death, exceeding even the one in the fire 10 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty creepy how she calls us that. Good evening, Oni-chan. It's the second time we've met like this. The girl smiles as she says so. The innocence sends a chill down my spine. No, spine is an understatement. Not just my body, but my mind is frozen as well. That thing is a monster. I'm not staring at it, but just its presence makes me unable to move. I understand naturally that I will die in the instant I move even a muscle. It feels like a knife is pushed right against my naked chest. Still, I feel nothing. Probably because there's too little hope of me getting out of this alive. All fears and impatience are drowned by hopelessness, so I don't feel a thing. Oh god. Crap, he's on a totally different level. Or he's totally on a completely different level. We needed further emphasis for that. Unlike me, who's paralyzed, Tosaka has the composure to stand ready. But it'll come to nothing. She has no servant. She has no servant, but we do have Saber, so we should be fine. Hopefully. Even though I can only see her back, I can sense the despair she's feeling.
あれなんだあなたのサーバントはお休みなんだつまんないな2匹一緒に潰してあげようって思ったのに
Huh? Oh, your servant is taking a rest. That's no fun. I thought I'd kill you both at once. The girl says unhappily as she looks down at us from the top of the hill. We're in an even worse situation now. That girl knows Tosaka's knows that Tosaka's servant is not here. And then the girl lifts the sides of her skirt and bows unsuitably for this situation.
はじめましてリン私はイリア
Nice to meet you, Rin. I am Ilya.
イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベルンって言えばわかるでしょ
You should work it out if I make that Eliasfiel von Einsmern.
アインツベルン
Einsmern. Tosaka's body moves slightly as she seems to recognize that name. Perhaps she liked Tosaka's reaction as the girl smiles happily and...
じゃあ行くねやっちゃえバーサーカー
Then I'll kill you. Go ahead, Berserker. She orders the strange shape behind her as if she's singing. Oh, shit. The larger body flies through the air. The thing called Berserker comes flying down the whole distance from the top of the hill.
シロ下がって
Shiro, stay back. Saber runs. Her raincoat comes off and my vision is blocked for a second. Saber runs to Berserker's landing point, and Berserker lands with a huge thud at exactly the same moment. The air trembles. Saber stops Berserker's great sword with her invisible sword. Saber makes a pained face. There. Berserker's gigantic sword flashes like a whirlwind. A great thunderous roar. The crash of steel that almost tears the air results in the defeat of Saber. Or results in defeat for Saber. A sliding sound. Even though she blocked Berserker's great sword, she's driven back along with the sword she used to block it. Saber's posture collapses. The lead-covered servant chases after her. The gray figure swings its giant sword as if it's the only thing it knows how to do. Saber doesn't have the time to dodge it and blocks it with her sword. It does not matter if Saber's sword is invisible or not. Each of Berserker's attacks is a fatal one that must be blocked with all her might. Therefore, Saber has to stay on the defense. For her, the only chance of victory is to find the means of attack in between Berserker's attacks, plural. But, that's only if Berserker leaves an opening. The Black Rock Sword is just like a storm. With such a large body, and with such a large sword, and yet Berserker is moving faster than Saber. The attacks he sends out are just smashing swings with no technique to them. But that's enough. If there's overwhelming power and speed, there's no room for technique. It's called Berserker for a reason. Techniques are something humans invented to compensate for their weaknesses. Weaknesses are the things that a giant doesn't have. Run, I murmur with my frozen body. That thing cannot be defeated. Saber will be killed if we go on like this. So she should run away. It would be easy for her to get away if it were just her here. She should know that already. Ugh. That's bad. My body is numb, but maybe that's why my mind is so calm. The storm of death that strikes without a pause. Unable to take all the attacks, Saber retreats, and this time, the final blow that cannot be blocked is swung. Saber's body rises. She manages to defend against Berserker's giant sword even in a bad posture, but that's only to avoid a fatal wound. She couldn't brace herself to totally block the giant sword, and the impact blows her away. She falls, her body drawing a big arc. Before she falls on her back, Saber turns in midair and lands on her feet. She manages to recover, but red blood is running down her chest. That's how stupid of me. I was forgetting something important. I don't know how much a servant can fight in one day, but this is already her third battle. And on top of that, Saber has the wound in her chest inflicted by Lancer. Saber moves as if to protect her chest. Berserker moves and slashes like a raging wind at the wounded Saber and receives many attacks on its back. Wir still is something. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but Berserker's body explodes from Tosaka's spell. Judging from the magical energy given out, the magic directly hitting Berserker must be an impact close to that of a high-caliber pistol. But I resisted it. But even that is meaningless. It doesn't even scratch Berserker's body. He isn't nullifying magic like Saber. It's just that the magic is not doing any damage. Yeah, what kind of ridiculous body does he have? But Tosaka does not stop casting. But Berserker ignores Tosaka's spells and charges at Saber. Saber raises her head in pain. She holds her sword up to still fight. That gets my body to move again. No, run, Saber! I yell with all my might. Hearing that, she faces the enemy she cannot compare to. There's no end to Berserker's attacks. Saber's body sinks every time she blocks a blow, and she slowly approaches her final moment. But still, where in that small frame does she have all that power? Saber doesn't retreat. She blocks the surging waves of the giant sword and tries to drive back Berserker with all her willpower. There is no chance of victory. The way she's holding her ground looks bizarre, as she should know she will be defeated if she keeps fighting. Maybe it sensed something in her posture. The figure, silent up to now, roars. A blow impossible to block. The blow that even swings through Saber blows her away. The sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood spills out. In that pool of blood with a body that should not be able to get back up. She stands up unconsciously. It's as if she's saying I would be killed if she didn't do so. That makes me realize how foolish my choice was. Berserker stops after defeating Saber. Without paying attention to me or Tosaka, it waits for its master's orders at the top of the hill. Huh, there's no way you would be able to defeat him. My Berserker is the greatest hero of Greece. Yeah, and that would pretty much give us a huge clue as to his identity. Greatest hero of Greece? You must mean... Oh, well, never mind. She's gonna flat out tell us. Yes, the one standing there is the devil called Hercules.
最強の怪物なんだから。
He's the worst monster there is, on a different level from the heroes you guys can summon. The girl who called herself Ilya narrows her eyes cheerfully. Those are eyes of joy, about to finish off her enemies. I don't even need to say who the ones getting killed are. Saber will be killed right here. Then what am I going to do? Am I going to fight that monster in her place? I can't do that. Just approaching that thing without being prepared would stop my heart. Oh shit. Decisions. Let's go ahead and save. Well, we should run away with Tosika or save Saber. Well, guys, I think the most important thing to consider here is what stupid shit would Shiro do if he had the option, and I think we all know what the answer is, so we're going to go with choice 2, save Saber. Because we want to be a superhero. I can't abandon someone who needs help. Emiya Shiro has chosen to live like that. And most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought to protect me.
いいわよバーサーカー。そいつ再生するから一撃でしてください。
Alright, Berserker, she will regenerate, so violate her after you chop her head off. Necrophilia? Berserker resumes his action. You! I run with all my strength. There's no way I can do anything against that monster. So the least I can do is to push Saber away and save her from Berserker's attack. Self-sacrifice. Huh? I fall. Why? Because you're an idiot? I was going to push Saber away, get Saber away from Berserker, and think about what to do after that, so why? Why? Why am I the one on the ground, unable to breathe? Because you don't have a chance in hell of fighting him, that's why, and you got your ass beat. I hear shocked voices. First is from Saber, who is right in front of me. And Tosika is astonished at a distance. And for some reason, Ilya, who is looking down at me dumbfounded, is also surprised. I'm missing my stomach. Oh! Oh, God. Ugh. That would... Ugh, God. That's... I don't think you can live after that, I'm pretty sure. I'm on the ground. On the asphalt are a small amount of blood compared to the wound, soft-looking organs, bones, and many things like that. Probably not in your body anymore. I see. How stupid of me. In short, I didn't make it in time. Yes, it was impossible to push Saber out of the way, so I just shielded her. And my stomach was blown out by that sword. Jeez, I'm ashamed of myself for failing even in a situation like this. I've been working hard to become a superhero, but I keep making mistakes when it really counts. Why? The silver-haired girl asks in a daze. After standing there dumbfolded, oh my god, spelling error, dumbfolded for a while. That's enough. This is boring. Without finishing off Saber, she calls Berserker back. Rin, I'll kill you if I see you again. The girl leaves. After watching her leave, my vision cuts out. My consciousness fades away. I really can't recover this time. I was somehow saved when I was killed by Lancer, but that won't happen again. There's probably no magic that can save a person who has lost most of their stomach. Yeah, you're probably dead.
あんた何考えてるのよ。
Well, that's it, guys. The end.
分かってるの？もう助けるなんてできないっていうのに。
What were you thinking? Don't you know I can't save you again? I hear an angry voice. It's probably Tosaka. She seems really angry, and I'm sorry. But it can't be helped. It's not like I can do everything like Tosaka. All I could use was my body. So that's why. The only thing I could do was use my body to shield Saber. Dead end. Well, maybe not. Fourth day. Partner. This is a story from a winter 5 years ago. It was a night with a beautiful moon. I wasn't doing anything, just watching the moon with Kiritsugu. Even though it was winter, the weather wasn't cold. The corridor was only a little chilly, and it was a good night to enjoy the moon. Back then, Kiritsugu didn't leave the house much. Not going outside, he would just laze carelessly around the house. I regret it even now, thinking back to it. Why didn't I notice it was like the actions of an animal that knows its time of death?
子供の頃、僕は正義の味方に憧れてた。
When I was a child, I wanted to be a superhero. Suddenly, that man himself, a superhero in my child's eyes, said that as if yearning for it.
なんだよそれ。憧れてたって諦めたのかよ。
What do you mean by wanted? Did you give up? I became angry and asked him. Kiritsugu laughed apologetically and looked up at the sky.
残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で大人になると
It's also not really
名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。
possible.
そんなことも
Yes,
っと早くに気がつけばよかっ
unfortunately. Being a hero is a time-limited thing, and it becomes hard to call yourself that when you grow up. I wish I'd found that out earlier. I agreed with that. I didn't know why, but I thought it couldn't be wrong because Kiritsugu said so.
そっか。それじゃしょうがないな。
I see. Then I guess it couldn't be helped.
た。そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Yeah, it really couldn't be helped. Kiritsugu answers. So of course, my response was determined.
しょうがないから俺が代わりになってやるよ。
Yeah, it can't be helped, so I'll take your place.
じいさんは大人だからもう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。
Yeah, I mean, think of Kiritsugu and think of Shiro. Kiritsugu was way more badass than Shiro can ever hope to be. It's impossible since you're an adult, but it should be alright for me. Let me take on your dream. I'll make it come true. Before I could finish, my father laughed. No, Shiro, that's not possible because you fucking suck. He made a face like he didn't even need to hear the rest. After breathing in, Emiya Kiritsugu said,
ああ。安心した。
Yeah, I'm relieved. He quietly closed his eyes and his life ended. Since he looked so peaceful, I thought he would wake up again in the morning, so I didn't disturb him. Perhaps being used to seeing death factored in too. Without doing anything, I just looked up at the man who was my father, and he entered a long sleep. There was no sounds of insects in the garden as it was silent. In the bright night, I remember only my eyes being hot. I did not cry out, nor did I feel sad. But I could not stop my tears until the moon sunk. That is the story from a winter 5 years ago. Perhaps I cried 10 years worth of tears since after that there was nothing. Fujine's father planned the funeral, and I started living in this house by myself. Nothing changed even though Kiritsugu was gone. Emiya Shiro would become a superhero like Emiya Kiritsugu, so there was no time to be playing around. That's right. I didn't mention it, but I remember it perfectly. the figure of the man who saved me, who was left to the fire 10 years ago. He held up his arms in an unconscious child, about to die from burns. He became so happy that tears welled up in his eyes, and he took the child outside. From that time, he was the subject of my admiration. No one saved me. I couldn't save anyone. In it all, I was saved, and a person was there to save me. That's why I decided to become like him. Become a superhero so that I could save people and let no one be killed, just like him. Kiritsugu died peacefully, leaving me his dream of becoming a superhero himself. It's only natural for a child to succeed their father. M. Yashiro must become a superhero and save someone just like the old me. Just like... that... Wait. That has to be a typo. I think it's supposed to say just like the old man. Or... old me. Just like the old me. The old me. Oh, okay, he's talking about himself as a child. I wasn't confused as what the fuck he meant for a minute. I swore so as a child. To fulfill the dream of the man I admired the most. But honestly, I don't get it. What the superhero thing is supposed to be, how to become one, and how to make everyone happy like Kiritsugu always said. And I became this thing called a master, and things like the blonde-haired girl followed me around is confusing my head and really... What? When I open my eyes, I'm in a familiar room. What? I'm in my own room? I should be in hell or purgatory or heaven or wherever the fuck you go when you die. Probably nowhere, but, you know, still. As soon as I speak, I start to feel terribly sick. Ugh, it tastes bad in my mouth. Yeah, it's probably blood. I taste blood in my mouth. Maybe it was filling my mouth, but I breathe in thick air. I'm not sure why I feel like this. Well, maybe because your stomach was fucking blown out of your body. I mean, that might have something to do with it. I don't know. I feel really sick to my stomach, so I want to go to the bathroom and wash my face. Oh, you mean the stomach that shouldn't be there. Right. Alright. I stand up. And immediately I realize I should probably lay back down. I feel dizzy. I almost fall and support myself by putting a hand against the wall. Ugh. The nausea increases when I move. No, this is more like pain than nausea. My body is heavy and it feels like my stomach is turning every time I move. Maybe someone would feel like this if someone poured burning lead into their stomach. Ugh, imagining that is giving me headaches. I wipe the sweat off my forehead and wobble out of my room. Alright, I feel better now. Well, as good as someone can be after having their stomach blown out of their body, I guess. I wash my face and wipe the sweat off my body. What? There are bandages wrapped around my stomach for some reason. Yeah, for some reason. I can't recall anything about them, so I leave them be for now. Convenient amnesia. I'm hungry. I wonder if there are any leftovers, which is the first thing I think after, waking up from pretty much dying. Even though my stomach feels terrible, it seems my body wants energy. Wonder why that is. Putting my mind into it, I start to walk along the wall. I still feel dizzy, and my body feels dull. Ow! Ow! I walk forward, letting out miserable sounds. Really, what did I do before going to bed? Do you really remember anything at all? I don't remember any training that could have caused this pain. I reach the living room. Sakura and Fujine must be at school. There's no breakfast prepared in the living room, and there's none of Fujine's loudness. Yeah, I'm sure you'd notice that. The quiet living room is like a typical Sunday. Except for that.
勝手に上がらせてもらってるわ、エミヤ君。
Good morning. I'm afraid I came in without asking you, Emiya-kun. Yeah, I just let myself in. No big deal. No, it's not. What? Tosuka Rin is sitting on a cushion. Her calmness makes me think I'm the guest in this house and not her. Yeah, that's why I'm even more surprised. Ellipsis. I don't know how to answer her, so first of all, I sit down. And then I take a deep breath and ask,
遠坂、お前どうして？
Tosuka, why?
待った。その前に謝ってくれない？昨夜の一件についての謝罪を聞かないと落ち着けないわ。
Hold on, could you apologize first? I can't calm down until I hear an apology for last night. I don't even have time to ask her why she's here. Tosuka is glaring at me like she's really mad. It seems she's really angry about last night, but what happened last night? Oh yeah, that's right, that!
What?
Hold on. I recall it now. That's right, why am I so relaxed? I was wondering that too. I tried to save Saber, and Berserker blew away my stomach. Ugh! The nausea returns. I feel a chill, remembering the feeling of having a hole in my body. I hope I never know what that feels like. Something in my stomach moves. Although I think I'm pretty sure if I knew what that felt like, I'd probably be dead. It feels really sick. It feels really sick, but that's definite proof that I'm alive. Somehow. Wait, that's weird. Shouldn't that have been instant death for me?
変だ。なんだって
Well, you
生きて
have
るんだ
the main character powers. You can't die. Well, actually, no, never mind. This is the visual novel, so you can die. So, in the anime, you can't though. That's strange. Why the hell am I alive?
思い出した？昨夜自分がどんなバカをしでかしたかって。なら少しは反省しなさい。
Do you remember the stupid thing you did last night? If you do, then please review your actions. Tosuka lets out a humph and criticizes me. Huh, that's really annoying. My head, which was frozen by the fact that Tosuka is here, finally resumes activity again.
何言ってんだ。
I'm surprised you can have any normal brain activity, Shiro.
いや、そりゃ結果だけ見ればバカだったけど。
What are you saying?
もっとうまくやるつもりだったんだ。
There was nothing else to do at the time, or to do at that time. Oh, well, it does look stupid if you just look at the results, but I was going to do it better. Sure you were.
だから、あれは間違いなんかしない。
So it wasn't a mistake. I protest, glaring at her. What? Why is she sighing?
マスターが死んだらサーバントは消えるって言ったでしょ？だって言うのにサーバントをかばうなんてどうかしてるわ。
Didn't I tell you that servants will disappear if their master is killed? So it's crazy to try to protect your servant.
いい？あなたが死んでしまえばセイバーだって消えてしまう。セイバーを救いたかったのならもっと安全な場所からできる手段を考えなさい。
Look, Saber will disappear if you are killed. If you want to save Saber, think of a way to do it from a safe place.
まったく身を挺してサーバントを守るなんて行為は無駄以外の何者でもないって分かってるの？
Jeez, don't you understand that protecting your servant with your life is just meaningless?
かばったわけじゃない。助けようとしたら、ああなっちまった
No,
わ
it
けだ。
is because you literally just sacrificed
あんな目
yourself.
に遭うなんて思わなかった。
I guess you could say he accidentally sacrificed himself, but still. It's not that I protected her with my life. I tried to save her, and it just happened to work out like that. I didn't think things would end up like that either. But you had to take into account that would possibly happen, you know. He's swinging a giant sword that could probably kill you in one hit. You know, I'm pretty sure that's likely to happen. I did think I would be killed if I went near that monster, but that's a different matter.
そう。
God, Shiro.
勘違いしてるみたいね、あなた。
I see. You seem to be misunderstanding. I think he's misunderstanding a lot of things. As if she reads my mind, she sulks even more.
あのね、ミヤ君。きっちりと言っておくけど、教会まで連れて行ったのはあなたに勝たせるためじゃないわ。
Look, Emiya-kun, I'll come out and say it, but I didn't take you to the church to help you win.
あれはね、何も知らないあなたが一人でも生き残れるようにって考えた結果なの。どうもそのあたりは分かってなかったみたいね。
I was trying to help you stay alive if you were left on your own. Even if you were left on your own, it seems you didn't understand that part of it.
俺が生き残れるように
Help me stay alive? Oh, why would I need help staying alive? It's not like I'm an incompetent
そうよ。
fucking idiot and
負
can't
ける
do
こと
anything.
がそのまま死につながるって知れば、そう簡単に博打は打たなくなる。エミヤ君、こういう状況でも一人で夜出歩きそうだから。
That's right. You shouldn't take risks if you realize that a loss equals your death. You seem to be someone who would walk out at night by yourself, even in a situation like this.
私をかけておけば、渦中の栗を拾うこともなし、うまくいけば最後までやり過ごせるかもって思ったの。
If I threatened you, I thought you would take risks and you might get through this. Or thought you wouldn't take risks and you might get through this.
そうかそれは気づかなかった
I see. I didn't notice that. So that's why she's complaining to me about not realizing that and running at Berserker.
けどどうして遠坂が怒るんだよ俺がヘマをやらかしたのは遠坂には関係ないだろ
Oh, why are you mad? Well, I don't know. Let's think about this. So why are you mad, Tosaka? It shouldn't bother you if I'm the one that made the mistake.
関係あるわよ。この私を一晩も心配させたんだから。
Of course it bothers me. You made me worry for a whole night. Tosaka throws out a temper. But I see. I'm honestly happy she's worrying about me. Looking at the situation, it seems Tosaka was the one who treated my wound.
そうか遠坂には世話になったんだなありがとう
I see. I guess you helped me out. Thank you. I bow my head to show my thanks and apologize.
分かればいいの。
Sundere mode activate again.
これに懲りたら次はもっと頭のいい行動してよね。
Huh. It's fine if you understand. If you've learned from this, try to act smarter next time. Tosaka looks away. Her gesture is snappy, but it seems she's in a good mood again.
じゃあこれで昨日のことはおしまいね。
Then we're done with what happened last night.
本題に入るけど、真面目な話と昨日の話、どっちにする？
I'll go into the main topic, but which do you want to talk about? About last night or about something serious? Wait. Is this going to be a choice? Tosaka starts a conversation as if it's natural to do so. Her straightforwardness surprises me, but thinking about it, she's here because she has something to talk about. If she didn't have business with me, she would have gone home already. What is it that Tosaka, my enemy, wants to discuss in her enemy's territory? I'm interested in that, and I also want to know what happened last night. It's stupid not to ask, so Oh, it is a fucking choice. What the hell? The dramatic decision of choosing a conversation topic. Oh my god. Ask about yesterday. Well, we know what happened yesterday. Why are we asking about yesterday? Ask about the serious stuff. I'm pretty sure it's all serious. Well, hopefully. I have a bad feeling about this, so I don't want to hear either. Wow, okay, so that's somehow an option. You know what? Fucking... Wait. Okay, ask about yesterday. I guess about what happened after we just got basically killed? Or ask about the serious stuff. Serious stuff is pretty fucking vague. I'm guessing they're talking about the Holy Grail War, which we already know about, but, you know, okay, let's just go into more detail about it. You know what, let's go with option 2, because we already know what happened to us, so there's no reason not to... Well, there's no reason to go back, you know, over it. I'm more interested in why Tosaka is still here.
それじゃ真面目な方の話を。遠坂がここに残った理由が知りたい。
Then I want to hear about the serious matter. I want to know why you stayed here.
そう。じゃあ先に結論から聞くわ。
Alright, then I'll ask for your conclusion first. What is it? It seems for a second like Tosaka was disappointed.
率直に聞くけど、レミヤ君、あなたこれからどうするつもり？
Then I'll be direct about it. What are you planning to do from now on? She asks directly, the one question I don't want to be asked. No, that's not it. It's not that I don't want to hear her ask me, but I haven't made my mind up yet. I'm the one who wants to ask, so what do I do now? I think that's more a question. That wasn't formed as a question, that was a
聖杯を
statement.
競い合うって言うけど、魔術師同士の戦いなんてしたことがない。
Honestly, I don't know. You say I should fight for the Holy Grail, but I've never been in a fight between magi.
第一、俺は
First of all, I want to try to avoid killing people, and most of all,
聖杯なんていう得体の知らないものに興味はないんだ。
I'm not interested in something mysterious like the Holy Grail.
欲しくないもののために命を張るのはどうかと。
I'm not too sure about risking my life for something I don't want.
言うと思った。あなたね、そんなこと言ったらサーバントに殺されるわよ。
I knew you'd say that. You'll be killed by your servant if you say something like that.
殺されるって、どうして？
What? Why would I?
サーバントの目的も聖杯だから。
Because the servant's goal is also the Holy Grail.
彼らは聖杯を手に入れるという条件だからこそ、マスターの召喚に応じているのよ。
They can be summoned by the masters because the condition on their summoning is that they obtain the Holy Grail.
サーバントにとって最も重要なのは聖杯なの。
The most important thing for a servant is to obtain the Holy Grail.
彼らは聖杯を手に入れる可能性があるから、マスターに従い、時にマスターのために命を落とす。
They obey their master and risk their life for their master because they have a chance of obtaining the Holy Grail.
だっていうのに、聖杯なんていらないよなんて言ってみなさい。裏切り者と切り殺されても文句は言えないでしょ。
So just try saying that you don't want the Holy Grail. You can't complain even if they kill you and call you a betrayer.
なんだそれ。おかしいじゃないか。サーバントっていうのはマスターが呼び出したものなんだろ。
What is that? That's weird because servants are what the master summons, right?
なら、
So,
サーバントが無償で人間に従うなんて思ってたの？
do you think a servant would obey a human for no reward?
聖杯は手に入れた者の望みを叶える。それはマスターの守護者であるサーバントも例外じゃない。
The Holy Grail grants the wish of whoever obtains it. The servant of the master who obtains it is no exception.
サーバントたちにもね、それぞれ何らかの欲望があるのよ。だからこそ彼らは本来ありえない召喚に応じている。
Even the servants have their own wishes. That is why they respond to the otherwise impossible summoning.
聖杯を手に入れるためにマスターがサーバントを呼び出すじゃない。
It's not that the masters are summoning the servants to obtain the Holy Grail.
聖杯が手に入るからサーバントはマスターの呼び出しに応じるのよ。
The servants are answering the master's call because they can obtain the Holy Grail. Servants have their own desires? Then does that mean Saber has a wish she wants the Holy Grail to grant?
だからサーバントはマスターが命令しなくとも他のマスターを消しにかかる。聖杯を手に入れるのは一人だけ。自分のマスター以外に聖杯が渡るのは彼らだって承知できないのよ。
That's why the servants try to eliminate the other servants even without orders from their masters. Only one can obtain the Holy Grail. They cannot accept other masters obtaining the Holy Grail.
マスターと違ってサーバントには霊樹を奪うなんてことはできない。彼らが他のマスターを無力化するには殺す以外に方法がない。
Unlike their masters, they don't have the power to take away the command spells, so the only way they can disarm other masters is to kill them. But I don't want to kill people!
たとえマスター本人に戦う意志がないとしても戦いは避けられないのよ。
So even if the master has no intention of fighting, battle is inevitable.
サーバントに襲われたマスターは自分のサーバントでこれを撃退する。それが聖杯戦争なんだって綺麗から嫌っていうほど聞かされたでしょ。
A master who is attacked by a servant must fight it off with their own servant. You heard enough from Kirei to know that this is the this is the nature of the Holy Grail War, right?
ああ、それは昨日の夜教えられた。
Yeah, he told me that last night.
けど、
But that means allowing your servant to try to kill other servants. It's kind of the whole point of this. I thought it would be over if I reached a compromise with other masters, but if the servants are ones summoned to obtain the Holy Grail, and if it is true that they will not give it up, then a battle between servants is inevitable. Then the girl that fought to protect me is also ready to kill or be killed to obtain the Holy Grail? Yeah, that was the whole... Oh my god. Hasn't this... Is it just me or hasn't this fucking been previously explained or very much implied? Jesus Christ, Shiro. That's awful. I don't know about this heroic spirit thing, but Saber is human. She was bleeding badly yesterday, too.
はあ、その点は安心して。サーバントに生死はないから。サーバントは絶命しても本来の場所に帰るだけだもの。英霊っていうのはもう死んでも死なない現象だからね。戦いに敗れて殺されるのは当事者であるマスターだけよ。
Oh, don't worry about that part. There's no life or death for the servants. Even if servants are eliminated, they just go back to where they belong. Heroic spirits are a phenomenon, so they can't be killed. The only ones that can be killed during a fight are the masters.
いや、だからそれは。
No, but still. Even if it's a temporary death, there's still the fact that something human-shaped has disappeared from this world.
何、人殺しだっていうの？魔術師のくせにまだそんな正義感振り回してるわけ？あなた。
What, are you saying it's murder? Are you still carrying such a sense of justice even though you're a magus? Yep. Her comment is only natural. As a magus, death is always right beside me. I understand it, and I'm already prepared for that. But still, I'm not strong enough to judge people's death as good or bad.
当然だろう。相手を殺すための戦いなんて。
It's too late for that, Shiro. Of course, I won't participate in a fight to the death. You already did.
へえ、それじゃあミスミス殺されるのを待つだけなんだ。で、勝ちを他のマスターに譲るのね。
Oh, so you're just going to wait for the others to kill you. You're ceding the victory to other masters?
そうじゃない。要は最後まで残っていればいいんだろ。自分から殺し合いをする気はないけど、身を守るための戦いなら容赦はしないさ。
That's not it. The point is to survive to the end, right? I don't have any intention of killing others, but I'll have no mercy in a fight to protect myself. That would mean you'd probably have to kill them.
逆に殺されても文句は言えないだろう。
If the opponent is out to kill me, they won't complain if they are killed in return, right? God damn it,
ふー
Shiro.
ん、受けに回るんだ。それじゃあ他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するのね。例えば昨日のあいつが暴れ回って町の人間を皆殺しにしても無視するってわけ？
Oh, so you'll be staying on the defensive. Then you'll just be observing what other masters are doing, right? So even if someone like yesterday goes around killing everyone, you're going to ignore it. Someone like yesterday? She must mean that inhuman monster. Superhuman strength that allows the destruction of a house or two with a single blow. Certainly, if that thing wished, this town could be in ruins in just one night. And on top of that, the problem is that the servants are normally in spirit form. Humans can't see those in spirit form. But since the servants can't affect the real world as spirits, you could call them the most powerful weapon. With the technology we have now, there are no weapons that can affect a spiritual being. Our attacks are useless against them, and their attacks can damage us. It's not just a one-sided game. Murder by a servant is like a natural death for normal people. Death caused by an invisible killer will just be treated as accidental death or suicide.
なんだよそれ。サーバント。あ、いや、マスターとサーバントは他のマスターしか襲わないんじゃないのか。町の人たちは無関係だろ。
What is that? Servants. No, masters and servants don't just attack other masters. Other people have nothing to do with them, right?
ええ、そうだったらどんなに平和なことか。けどそれなら見届け役の綺麗なんていらないでしょ。
Yeah, I really wish that was the case, but if it were, you wouldn't need a supervisor like Kirei, would you?
一つ言い忘れていたけど、サーバントっていうのは霊なの。彼らはもう完成したものだから今以上の成長はない。
I should have said earlier that servants are spirits. They are already complete, so they don't grow.
けど燃料である魔力は別よ。
But magical energy used as fuel is different.
蓄えた魔力が多ければ多いほどサーバントは生前の特殊能力を自由に行使できるわ。
The more magical energy they have available, the more they can use the powers they had in life.
そのあたりは私たち魔術師と一緒なんだけど。
That part is the same as for us magi. Do you understand?
わかる。魔術を連発できるってことだろ。
I do. So they can use magic repeatedly, right? You could say magical energy is the gunpowder to fill a gun, and the magus is the gun itself. The type of gun depends on the magus's abilities: pistol, rifle, machine gun, shotgun. Using that metaphor, servants are cannons. Using a large amount of gunpowder, they fire a large bullet.
そうよ。けどサーバントたちは私たちみたいに自然からマナを提供されてるわけじゃない。
That's right, servants aren't given their mana by
彼ら
nature.
は自分の中だけの魔力で活動する。
They act with the magical energy inside them.
それを補充するのが私たちマスターで、サーバントは自分の魔力プラス主であるマスターの魔力分しか生前の力を発揮できないの。
We masters support them, so servants can only use their powers using their own magical energy plus the magical energy of their master.
けどそれだとあなたみたいに半人前のマスターじゃ優れたマスターにはかなわないってことになるでしょ。
But that means an amateur magus or amateur master like you would be no match for other masters, right?
その抜け道っていうか当たり前って言えば当たり前の方法なんだけれど、サーバントは他から魔力を補充できる。
So there's a loophole. Well, I guess you could call it an obvious answer. Servants can supplement their magical energy from other sources.
サーバントは霊体だから同じものを食べてしまえば栄養は取れるってこと。
Servants are spirits, so they can get nourishment from eating things that are like them. Nourished by eating things that are like them?
同じものって霊体のことか。けど何の霊を食べるって言うんだよ。
Things like them? You mean spirits? But what kind of spirits would they eat?
簡単でしょ。自然霊は自然そのものから力を汲み取る。
It's a simple answer. Nature spirits obtain power from nature itself.
なら人間霊であるサーバントは一体何から力を汲み取ると思う？
So where do you think servants, human spirits, get their power from? Oh. Yeah. Kinda slow there, aren't you, Shiro? It's a simple answer. As we humans eat meat, the human spirits...
ごめんと。まあ魔力の補充なんて聖杯に補助されたマスターからの提供だけで大抵は事足りる。
Exactly. Usually they replenish enough magical energy from their master.
けど一人より大勢の方が大量摂取できるのは当然でしょ。
But it's obvious that one gets more magical energy from many people rather than just one person, right?
はっきり言ってしまえばね、実力のないマスターはサーバントに人を食わせるのよ。
To put it bluntly, a weak master makes his servant eat humans.
サーバントは人間の幻感情や魂を魔力に変換する。
Servants transform human emotions and souls into magical energy.
自分のサーバントを強くしたいのならそれが一番効率がいい。人間を殺してサーバントへの生贄にするマスターは 決して少なくないわ。
That is the most efficient way to make your servant more powerful. There are many masters who kill humans as sacrifices for their servants.
生贄にするって、それじゃ手段を選ばない奴がマスターならサーバントを強くするために人を殺しまくるってことなのか？
As sacrifices? So you're saying that if a master didn't care about his methods, he would kill humans to make his servants stronger? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what you just said.
頭のいいやつならそんな無駄なことはしないんじゃないかな。
Cannibal servants. Yes, but I don't think a smart master would do such a thing.
いい？サーバントがいくら強力でも魔力の器そのものには限界がある。能力値以上の貯蔵はできないんだから、殺して回るにしても限度があるわ。
You see, even if servants are powerful, there is a limit to their magical energy capacity. They can't store magical energy over their capacity, so there is a limit to how much they can kill and collect magical energy.
それにあからさまに殺人を犯せば教会が黙ってないし、何よりそのシーンからサーバントの能力と正体が他のマスターたちにバレかねない。もちろんマスター自身の正体もね。
The association wouldn't ignore you if you went around killing people, and most of all, other masters might figure out your servant's abilities and identity and identify them from the cause of death. Not to mention the identity of the master as well.
聖杯戦争は自分の正体を隠していた方が圧倒的に有利だから、普通のマスターならサーバントを出し惜しみするはずよ。
It is highly advantageous in the Holy Grail War to keep your identity a secret, so a normal master should be stingy about using their servant. I see. Certainly, if nobody knows that you are a master, there's no danger of other masters attacking you. Conversely, if you know who the other masters are, you could definitely pull a surprise attack on them. By that theory, there won't be many masters that would have their servants attack humans and reveal their identity. I wouldn't be so sure about that, Shiro.
よかった。なら問題はないじゃないか。マスターが命令しなければサーバントは無差別に人を襲わないんだから。
I'm glad. Then there's no problem. That means servants won't indiscriminately attack humans without orders from their master.
でしょうね。仮にも英雄だもの。自分から人を殺して回るやつはそもそも英雄だなんて呼ばれないだろうけど。
Right, they are heroes, right?
断言はできないか。
Someone who would go out and kill people wouldn't be called a hero in the first place. Well, no, I can't really say that for sure.
暴虐者だからこそ英雄になった例なんていくらでもあるんだし。
Yup, and if you guys have seen Fate Zero, we know that. There are many examples of people becoming heroes just because they were a mass murderer. Tosaka makes an ominous comment. As it seems to be her true feelings rather than just sarcasm, I guess Tosaka is a realist.
とりあえず確認しておきたかったことはそういうこと。
Anyways, that's what I wanted to confirm.
サーバントがどんなものかは分かったでしょ。
Now, you know what kind of beings servants are, right?
聖杯戦争に勝ち残ろうとしているのはマスターだけじゃない。この戦いに参加した以上、エミヤ君は自分のサーバントを律する義務がある。
Masters aren't the only ones trying to win the Holy Grail War. As you've entered this battle, you have an obligation to command your servant. An obligation to command my servant. So I can't allow my own servant or other servants to attack innocent people. I have to save
少しは自
everyone!
分の立場が理解できた？
So, you understand your situation?
なら次はあなたの体のことね。エミヤ君、あれから自分に何が起きたのか覚えている？
Now, about your body, do you remember what happened to you after that?
いや、覚えてるも何も俺は。
No memory of anything. I ran towards Saber and got my stomach blown away by Berserker. I lost consciousness then, and I don't know anything about last night, nor why I'm alive.
そんなことだろうと思ったわ。本題の続きに入る前に、そこんところだけ説明してあげる。
Huh, that's what I thought. Before I continue, I'll explain what happened. With an unpleasant sigh, Tosaka starts to describe what happened yesterday. Oh, so it seems that we are going to hear her explanation either way, regardless of what choice we decide on. It seems that Berserker left after I fell unconscious. She tells me that my body started to heal itself and that it looked fine after about 10 minutes. Oh! We have some magical regenerative abilities we didn't know about. And she says she brought me here since I didn't regain my consciousness even when my wound had healed. And that's where we are right now.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私は手助けしたけど、あの傷を完治させたのはあなた自身の力だった。
The important thing here is that you survived on your own. I did help you, but it was your own power that healed that wound. Don't mistake that part.
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど。
It sounds like a lie.
なんだ、遠坂が治してくれたんじゃないのか。
Then you didn't heal it?
まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんて芸当はもう私にはできない。
Of course not. I can't do anything like reviving a dying person anymore. Emiyashiro himself healed his own wounds. What can I do now? Or what can I do now that she said that? My stomach is certainly healed, but I have doubts about Tosaka's story. I can't use healing magic, let alone revival magic.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。
Then the cause must be the servant.
あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力なのか、それとも召喚の時に何か手違いが生じたのか。
Your servant must be really powerful, or something went wrong during the summoning. Well, I think it's both, but I think it's some kind of line formed between you two.
ライン？ラインって使い魔と魔術師を結ぶ。
A line? You mean like the karmic line connecting a familiar and a magus?
あら、ちゃんと使い魔の知識はあるじゃない。
Oh, so you have a working knowledge of familiars. I just assumed you were an ignorant fucking idiot.
なら話は早いわ。要するにエミヤ君とセイバーの関係は普通の主人と使い魔の関係じゃないってこと。
Then this should be easy to explain. In other words, Emiya-kun and Saber's relationship is not a normal relationship like that between a normal master and their familiar.
見たところセイバーには自然治癒の力もあるみたいだから、それがあなたに流れてるんじゃないかな。
It looks like Saber has natural healing power, so some of that may be flowing into you.
普通は魔術師の能力が使い魔に付与されるんだけど、あなたの場合は使い魔の特殊能力が主人を助けてるってわけ。
Normally, the Magus's power flows into the familiar, but in your case, the familiar's power is flowing into you and helping you out.
簡単に言って川の水が下から上に流れているようなもんか。
So, put simply, it's like a river flowing upstream.
うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど、セイバーの魔力ってのは川の流れを変えるほど膨大なんでしょ。そうでなければ、あの体格でバーサーカーとまともに打ち合うなんて考えられない。
That's a good way to put it. It is not naturally possible, but I bet Saber's magical energy is so great that it can even change the flow of a river. That's the only reason she is able to go against Berserker with her small size.
本来ならありえない。じゃあ、遠坂とアーチャーは普通の魔術師と使い魔の関係なのか。
Not naturally possible. Then is the relationship between you and Archer that of a normal Magus and a familiar?
そうよ。人の言うこと全然聞かないやつだけど、一応そういう関係。
Yes, he doesn't listen to much of what I say, but we do have such a relationship.
マスターとサーバントのつながりなんてガソリンとエンジンみたいなものだもの。
More
こっちが魔
metaphors.
力を提供して、あっちがそれを食べるだけ。
The connection between a servant and a master is like that of a gasoline and an engine. We provide the magical energy, and the servant just uses it.
真ん
Well,
中には
oops.
肉体面でもサーバントと共有して疑似的な不死を得たマスターもいたそうよ。サーバントが死なない限り自分も死なないなんていうやつなんだけど。
Well,
エミヤ君、人の話聞いてる？
I guess there have been some masters who shared their physical bodies with their servants to obtain fake immortality, not dying until their servants are dead. Something like that. Hey, are you listening, Emiya-kun? Oh, I know I wouldn't be. This conversation has gone on for fucking forever. Oh my god. Huh? Yeah, I'm listening. Not really.
じゃあ遠坂、俺の体って 多少の傷はほっといても治るってことか。
Then are you saying most of the wounds on my body will heal even if I don't do anything?
あなたのサーバントの魔力を消費してね。理屈はわからないけど、原因がセイバーの実体化にあることは間違いないわ。
Using your
あ
servant's
なたが自
magical
然治癒
energy.
の呪いなんて習得しているはずはないから。
I don't know how, but I'm sure the cause is Saber's materialization. I know you haven't learned the curse of self-healing.
当たり前だ。そんな難しいこと親父から教えてもらったことないから。
Of course not. My father never taught me anything that difficult.
そうじゃなくて、そうだったら私が悩む必要はなかったっていうことよ。いいわ。あなたには関係のない話だから。
No, I mean if that's the case, I've nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with you. But maybe it does. What is it? Tosaka's words are indirect and hard to follow.
まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。
Oh well, just don't do anything too reckless.
今回は助かったからいいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。多少の傷なら治るなんていう甘い考えは捨てた方がいいでしょうね。
It's good that you survived this time, but you won't survive if you take that kind of a wound again. You shouldn't get any optimistic hopes that you'll survive any major wounds.
分かってる。俺が勝手に怪我して、それでセイバーから何かをもらってるなんていうのは。
I
申し訳
understand.
ない
I feel bad about taking damage and having Saber helping me.
バカね。そんな理由じゃないわよ。断言してもいいけど、あなたの傷を治すと減るのはセイバーの魔力だけじゃない。
Idiot, that's not the reason. I'm sure you're not just using Saber's magical energy to heal your wounds.
あなた、それ絶対なんか使ってるわ。
You're definitely using something. And I'm gonna find out.
寿命とか性分とか預金残高とか、ともかく何かが減りまくってるに違いないんだから。
I don't know what it is, your lifespan or your luck or your savings account, but you're definitely using something up. Tosaka gives a humph once again. I feel the same way, but
遠坂、預金残高は関係ないのでは。
Tosaka, doesn't my savings account have nothing to do with this? But maybe it
関
does.
係あるわよ。魔術ってのは金食い虫なんだから。使ってればどんどんお金は減っていくものなの。
What? Of course it's connected. Magic uses up your money, so it's something that drains your money the more you use it.
そうでなければ許さないんだから。特に私
I
が。
won't allow myself to be wrong. Tosaka Ren erupts with the fires of her personal grudges. It's strange. The more I talk with her, the more I understand this is the real Tosaka Ren, and that the Tosaka Ren at school is just a mask she puts on. No, it's something I'd realized already yesterday.